This is my favourite part of the day. You've stayed behind, you're going to fight through the traffic, gone 4 o'clock on a Friday, and I'm joined with Ricky and Sam from Electricians Guide to Everything podcast,
Yes,
the
you are.
Union of the World, and all the rest of it, all the things you do.
I just love the way Sam's like, what's the time? I've got to go. I've got to get out of here.
Do you know, I'm going to get punched in the neck by Amanda.
Rules of the Ramble, just for Sam's benefit, as he's been with us all day, is that we don't edit it and we don't use any foul language, do we, Sam?
Well, you're...
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay then, boys, so you've come in, you've brought in your trophy, which is really nice, Sam, that you've shown us that today.
I know,
Winning the
I know.
Electrician of the
It's
Year
got the
award.
wrong name on it.
Okay.
It says, it ain't got your name on, bro.
Right,
I ain't got my name
could be
on
anyone's,
that.
couldn't it?
I
We
know.
could just leave it there, just let me dream for a while, okay, as we leave it there. So we're going to talk all things, everything. We've done Q&A with you already, haven't we, Ricky? And we
have.
did Q&A as well with Sam, and Sam released some lovely information that's quite heartwarming and quite emotional during that one. So check those out when we release them, but this is all about some of the stuff behind the scenes. So 4 kids.
4 kids.
How did you manage that? Did you lose the telly at some point as an electrician? I would have thought you'd have had a telly in the house. How did you manage to get to 4?
Yeah, so you know what? I had 2 kids in a relationship that was not a very good relationship whatsoever. Really bad relationship. I was young. I had my first boy when I was 22. Then I had a daughter, and then that relationship failed. Actually, really, honestly failed before I had my first son, but that happened. And then I met my now wife. She had a son, my stepson. But
Sorry, I couldn't make the wedding.
yeah. Well, this is before I knew Sam. This wedding.
Sorry, we
believe it
couldn't
or
make the
not,
wedding,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Devastated,
I
aren't you?
invited him to mine. He didn't invite me to his.
Oh,
No.
you got, yeah, so
Yeah, nothing-
sorry, I couldn't make yours.
She weren't invited, bro.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, so she had a son from a previous relationship, and we've I say just, he's 3 now, but we had a son together.
Okay.
So that's how I got to 4, yeah.
Okay, 4 kids. And
Yeah.
you're a newish father?
Yeah, I am. I had my little girl. Well, I didn't have her. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Amanda, my wife, she had a Harper. We're not really meant to say names, are we?
You can
say what you want.
First name, innit? You're
Yeah. So she had Harper in. She had Harper in April, 3 days before my birthday, which is means I'm never going to get a birthday again now. I know, right? So now she's 8 months. 8 months and a little bit.
So how exciting, and we've all been there, and we the first Christmas as a dad.
I
that
cannot wait.
exponentially get better. So once you got to about 3, it's going to be
Yeah, it's going to be
wildly-
awesome.
Yeah, this time around it'll be a pile of presents you open.
I'm
and
already-
I'm sleeping.
I'm
and that'll
already-
just be you, Sam.
I'm already looking for a motorbike for her.
You know what, obviously we spoke a little bit. I'd just like to say, actually, we never mention our families, all this stuff we're doing. It's good to mention them.
Yeah,
It's
it
good to
is.
mention wives.
Well,
and-
what? Our wives who,
Julie.
who have to...
Julie's my wife, in case you don't know.
Me, Julie.
I've got 4 kids, I don't remember their names.
But the thing is, our wives have put up with it, haven't they?
Oh,
Let's be
you
fair.
know what? Without the support for our wives, on all honesty, and they get along well, which helps
do.
because we have done a couple of stuff together now. But yeah, without
Yeah.
the support of the family, it's not always support.
No,
Let's be honest, it's not always
especially
support.
especially the union stuff, because that went on and on,
Yeah, it
nights
did, it
after
did, it did.
nights.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
put some hours into that. The podcast is relatively easy now, isn't it? Like we've got it down. We've got the whole podcasting thing. You know, we've got our routine.
Yeah.
And it's easy enough now.
Yeah, it is. We've got a good set of guests, and that's important. Also got Gary coming on soon.
Breaking news. That's the news. Breaking news.
When's Gary coming on? I'm the one who
I can't
books.
watch Skype or anything like that. What can
I'm
I
the
ring
one who
you? Can I
books.
phone
This
him?
is the trouble.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, it's Gaz.
Listen, if I can get David Savory on Skype, you can get on Skype.
That's true.
Maybe
That's
we'll
so
have to
true.
get Joe involved in the technical aspects.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we're fathers. All of us are fathers, which is really fun. And obviously, in the father pattern of life, there becomes the Disney moment. Have you had a Disney moment, Ricky, with your family? Are you planning to or been to Disney with your family?
No.
No. Are you planning to take them?
No.
We
You know,
He's got to
do you
buy
know
another
what- do you know-
£600 drill.
Yeah,
he
he
wants-
could do it.
Yeah, he wants
I
another
was
£600
massive
drill
to take
or
all my
radio.
kids to Disney. I was like, listen, we're going Disney. And do you know what? I've got a stage of my life now where I think, do I go to places and take unnecessary risks where not so long ago a load of people got flown off a roller coaster, Thorpe Park?
It's not the same. That's not happening at Disney.
No,
I'll tell you what
listen.
happened at Disney, though. I'll tell you what happened at Disney. If the one in Florida, no, it might not be in Florida. One of them, kid got nabbed by a crocodile. A gator.
see-
Got nabbed
now,
by a gator.
Let's
In
imagine.
Disney.
There are
hit the table, sorry.
other people that have been to Disney that have enjoyed their holidays at Disney. I went with my dad and my mum, and I've obviously taken my children.
went when
so
I-
there's a balanced argument here. Okay, so perhaps the Disney thing isn't one in our future. We always have to ask the question because I'm a massive Star Wars nut. It depends when this one gets dropped. The film will be out. The last in the Epic's 9-video series, film series. And I can tell, Sam, you going on day of release like I'm 1 minute past midnight?
Listen, I love sci-fi, and I've tried to watch Star Wars. It just, I tried a few times, and each time I fell asleep, and I don't even fall asleep through films. I like all sci-fi.
Except that one.
Except Star Wars. It's so boring. I like Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, the new one, Discovery. Have you seen the new Discovery?
No.
Well, that's because you're a Star Wars fan.
Listen, I'm not Star Wars either, to be fair.
Really? Why did we invite you in?
I know. Do you know what sci-fi? And this is such bad. But I really liked Doctor Who when it was David Tennant. Never watched Doctor Who before. Not seen much after. I like Matt Smith as well, but I don't watch
Torchwood was better.
So we never watched Torchwood.
Did you watch Torchwood?
No. But I enjoyed Doctor Who.
Too busy playing with your lightsaber.
I tell you what, that's disappointed me. I was saying it on the way up. Walking Dead. What happened?
Yeah, we were talking
What's
about
happened?
that.
Is that ended, has it? I've never watched an episode of that. So
I feel like it should have done.
Hasn't he got the bloke that was Egg out of This Life? I don't know the actor's name in Walking. Who's the lead character? Because he's English, isn't
Rick.
he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lincoln.
Rick Grimes.
Is it?
No, something Lincoln. Andrew Lincoln.
Andy. It was in Love Actually, weren't he?
Was he?
Love Actually, Christmas film came on the other day. You see Rick Grimes in Love Actually, blow your mind. Blow your mind. But yeah, he's not in it now.
Wasn't Tiffany from Love It? Okay. Tiffany from EastEnders in Love?
Yes.
Is it Tiffany?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Tiffany.
Yes.
Not the ginger one now, the old school Tiffany.
Red haired?
No, I've got ginger baby.
Okay.
Harper's ginger AF.
Okay.
Trust me.
So we'll
She's
allow
like
your ginger
Von
moment.
Weasley.
Okay.
Hey, listen, she's that ginger.
My daughter's ginger.
So
Meh.
it's amazing. We can't name them, and now we can character assassinate them on the
What's wrong with
YouTube.
being ginger?
There's nothing wrong.
So you we can't say ginger.
Well, it's just I think.
So you're being gingerist.
Gingerist. So we're on a desert island. You're only allowed to watch one film while you're there. Okay, and the machine that you're watching on will only allow you to watch
Iron
one
Man.
film. Iron Man. Okay,
Iron
have you
Man.
seen it yourself? What are you going to watch?
Do you know what? It's so easy for me. Bronx Tale.
Oh right, okay.
Seen it?
I'm Benny from the
Robert
Bronx.
De Niro?
It's
not Robert De Niro.
I haven't seen this one.
Bronx Tale is Robert De Niro. He plays the father.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one, Benny from the Bronx, with Al Pacino.
No, not seen that.
Oh, the Bronx Tale's where he's a bus driver.
That's it. Yeah.
And then his boy gets in with the mob. Do you know what the best scene in that is? When they beat up when they beat up the MC.
You've got to leave. We're not leaving. Goes and locks the door.
Yeah, that was
no,
good.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, you can't
they
leave.
knew they made a mistake. Yeah, that was it's a really good film.
It's okay. It's not as good as Iron Man.
It covers a lot of topics. I did. It covers racism at the time. Covers gangsters.
Oh
at the
yeah,
time.
because if she don't walk round and open the door. No, when you walk round and she don't open the door, and he went with the black girl.
Yeah, that's it. He gets out as a black girl. All his friends die because they go and they have a turf war, don't they, with the black people, try and petrol bomb them, picks up a petrol, throws it in the car, kills them all, but he gets saved by Sonny. Brilliant film.
Sounds like a film to watch forever.
Bronx Tale.
Iron Man's better.
We can watch it over and over again. So.
Yeah, but Iron Man's better.
We'll go with that.
What when he builds a suit in a cave and then he comes out and
I
it's...
suppose that'd be quite handy, stuck on a desert island, maybe go looking for caves, look for a suit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then, have you seen Iron Man? No. You may leave this ramble right now. I only
no time. We don't watch anything.
Sorry, I only like Star Wars.
I don't know how it's an impression of. I've only just swallowed your tongue.
No, it's a geek,
That's
isn't
one
it?
thing you haven't had today. Joe does a fantastic impression of you, but he wouldn't do it in front of you.
Oh, he's got to do it. Where is he? Go again.
Does he go, where's my radio?
Yeah. Does he grow a massive beard and like tend to...
We came
Wait,
back.
how are we having impressions done of you?
But Joe tries everyone. Joe's really good. When we're travelling backwards and forwards 4 or 5 hours in the car and that, he'll do impressions and that. And it won't be, but it's just funny that he's trying to do you.
I think I'm so easy because, look, how easy is Johnny from Ross as well? When you can't talk, it's really easy.
Yeah, Johnny from Ross.
Yeah.
Rick fumbles all the time.
Yeah, I really do.
But we don't let him. We don't let it go. It's not like, oh, it's all right. He's a bit dumb, but we have to call him out on it.
Hey, a speech impediment. Listen, I was tongue-tied. I didn't start speaking until I was 5 years old to have my operation. That's my excuse.
What operation?
So, you know...
Put a brain in.
They're not been tongue-tied? Never heard of tongue-tied?
Take the pee out and put a brain in.
Don't know, you're talking.
He talks a lot, doesn't he?
He don't stop.
That's why I'm the host of a podcast, bro.
And your podcast is getting David Savory on soon, so that's going to be possibly the most anticipated podcast from my point of view out there. Now, I've had him in here. The bloke is absolutely mustard. Now, I've been calling him David for a long time, but there's one of us.
Dave. We call him Dave now.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, we didn't know. We didn't know any better, but...
I think everyone's going to start calling him Dave now. Because, like, David Savory, that's a bit long, isn't it?
That's his name.
Yeah, no, but it's a bit long.
So we've got to call him Dave Sav.
Dav Sav. Dav Sav.
So
Dav
long
Sav.
to say your name, David Savory.
David Savory, it's too long. Dav Sav.
You know what? I like... Look, you're getting closer to see that. He got closer to the camera to shout, and his mic's there.
Dav Sav.
Do you know what? I think maybe he's transitioned because obviously David's
transitioning now. Is this a breaking story for you?
David Savory.
Caitlin Savory.
You seen a picture of it, done, David Savory or Dave, as we know
Well, you
him.
call him Dave. I call him David.
So he put a picture up of him now and him like 10 years ago
Yes,
in
he
the
did,
smart shirt.
Yeah. Slim as anything.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? And even though he's a
David
big lad.
Savory was the smart shirt guy. Dave is the tradesman he's become. Now he's Dave the tradesman.
Dave Save. That's it now. Everyone, all the YouTubers are going to see this and they're going to be like, how's Dave Save?
No, listen, David Savory.
Yes. And
Is he really strict about it? He's like,
well, no, that's his name. It's like calling me Simon, isn't it? You know, when it isn't my name.
all right, Simon?
Yeah, it just doesn't work, does it? He's like, well, I won't answer.
Well,
that.
I
Why
get
not?
called Fat Sam.
Well,
But you're a fat man called Sam. It just makes sense.
All right, mate.
and so he's coming to your podcast, and I'd like to
Yeah.
David. Oh God, you did it there, didn't I? Did you quite
Dave.
No,
That's it
Dave.
now.
Oh,
Have you had your permission slip?
No, now David promised me that if I ever asked him to come back, he would come back. So I think with 2020 coming, David, I'd like to throw it out to you there. Is there any chance maybe you could pencil us in for maybe the end of March? I'd love to see you again coming down to Trust. If you can't, I'll thank you for the one time you did come. But
You know,
perhaps
but
we
you
can.
should-
Do you know what?
we
Dave's
can-
sitting there now going,
No,
don't be
David's-
greedy.
No.
He's like, listen, don't be greedy, mate. Dave, don't come out twice.
There's definitely an opportunity here to get everyone in.
Well,
wouldn't that be mega?
Everyone.
I've talked about it before. I'd like all of those people that are connected within our world to perhaps there'll be somebody that's had an unfortunate event or had a difficult time and maybe their property is in requirement of a little bit of refurbishment. I'm not saying we're going to go off and do cut and paste of other shows that we see on the TV, but I'm sure quietly all of us would happily drive to somewhere in advance and help out somebody maybe who's struggling at that moment in time.
Might be a bit embarrassing when 100 electricians turn up.
Yeah, but
And then a toilet put in.
yeah, but
And who's going to sweep up?
I've already done that. But no, I just think there's something there, or perhaps there'll be a college up and down the country that's maybe had a poor Ofsted report and they're coming out of it and they want a boosting day or what. We'll just turn up.
I'm waiting for the new award ceremony from a little project that you do that begins with V and ends with X.
Why do you reckon there'll be an award ceremony?
Well, I think there should be. I think there needs to. Award ceremonies at the moment, we know
10 a penny.
this, yeah,
10 a
whatever.
penny.
But why don't we have an award ceremony? We spoke about it a little bit earlier, where people get judged by their peers.
Yeah.
Why don't we organise that? EFIX,
Like the
EFIX,
Oscars.
I'm putting a challenge out to you. We've got all these different
You're allowed to talk about
creators.
EFIX on this channel.
Yeah, of course. I own it. I own part of EFIX, so it's
Do you
my
know?
baby. It's my baby.
But what do you think?
Yeah,
Should
no.
EFIX do
I can't let too many cats out of the bag, but there's certainly things in the background that, yeah, obviously from what you're saying there, yep, there's a lot of things. We'd also like to make our relationship as EFIX with colleges a lot stronger as we move through. We will, and we've got lots of good plans for
Podcast of the year.
Yeah, so
I reckon we've got in a good shout with that.
I reckon I should start a podcast series. There's not enough of them out there.
I think you should. Everyone else is
I
jumping
think
in.
everyone should. I think everyone should. Why don't you?
Why don't you
What?
get a couple of people to host it, get a guest on, and
I could perhaps use my massive connections in the YouTube world. I could perhaps have people like David Savory.
Dave Save.
Okay, not to be
Nick Bundy.
I like Nick's coming down in January. Nick's coming to see us. So I
Yeah.
could perhaps have Jordan from Artisan Electric.
Yeah, James Beck.
We
Cam-
haven't.
Kevin.
We haven't spoke to
Yeah, just
Jordan Artisan.
He's a nice guy as well. I've spoken to him a few times on the phone. Proper nice guy. I'm really looking forward to him. Joe's really looking forward to him coming. We've got Nick next. I've met Nick. He's massive. Good
Make
looking.
sure he does some flossing.
He's
Is what he's known for now.
incredibly good looking lad, isn't he?
We've made him famous. It's, you know what I mean? I think he's ugly, and I think he should go out beard and cover half his face, like I've got the common decency to do with my ugly self.
I
But
don't-
unfortunately, you
it's-
can't go out beard.
Like standing next to Alfie, everyone looks like a turd of ice. So I'd like to see them two stand next
Yes,
to
you're absolutely right. We need to get Nick Bundy And Alfie could do that silly little jump he does that he films in slow mos.
Yeah, he does it here when he come here. Yeah.
Nick Bunny could do a bit of flossing. We're onto something here.
Yeah.
We're onto something.
What are we going to do, Sam? Because I've got a really bad back. I'm not that athletic.
Eat. Yeah, I can eat.
Grand buffet.
Yeah.
Do the grand buffet. Sounds good to me. So you've been in today. We just waffled on there for a while, which is all good.
That's what we do, man. Yeah. It's called a podcast.
Yeah, it is. I like your podcast. I'd just like to just
again.
end it in. Yeah, I like your podcast.
Say it again.
Check them out.
Keep saying it.
Yeah,
Someone's got it. What's it called?
Electricians Guide to Something. Is that what it is?
Everything, bro.
It's
Something.
the
It's like
this
Stag
one,
and
look.
Savory. Is it? Oh, that's.
Do you know I invented this logo myself?
Invented it in a circle.
No.
Stole my circle. I've got a circle.
yeah,
That in a circle. That in a circle.
Well, no, it's cheap.
trademark.
Yeah,
Trademark. There's a lot of that going on. People nicking stuff. People nicking speeches.
Don't drag
and
me
it's
there.
Ramble.
Don't drag me there. So yeah, so it's all good fun. But I'd like to say again on camera, and I've said it a few times now, for people to come down to Tresham College, take a day out of their lives. Normally it's a day where they don't.
Yeah, when
get
are you
paid.
paying me?
I know I'm going to pay you. So I'm not going to pay you.
When he gets paid.
Yeah, when I get paid. And then losing the fuel at the car, you're now going to be stuck in the world's worst traffic on the way home, aren't you? You went to the wrong location when you arrived. You didn't listen to me, did he?
Wrong college.
Yeah,
No, I didn't. I couldn't listen to you. You didn't talk to me.
Well,
Rick didn't pass on the information.
Did you say to me, right, no, a conversation in the car, what's the postcode? Don't matter, I'll just Google it.
Yeah, and it says it's getting. I told you, didn't I? I said if you Google
That sounds
it,
a lot like me as well.
Have you noticed you cannot argue with Sam?
No.
You can't tell the boy. You cannot tell him, yeah, all right, do that. No
I'm
worries.
walking. The first video I've shot, I've come down the corridor and I can't wait to see him. I've walked down the stairs and I'm like this.
Where is
are
he?
they? And I've gone there in Kettering.
You've got to, before you went, just to know how much Sam can't be told, where did you end up on your stag do, mate?
Oh, so I wanted a quiet stag do. So it's just me and my brother. We drove. We both like motorbikes, sports bikes. So they got me tickets to go and camp out at Le Mans for the MotoGP. Pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good old dad.
No,
Where is Le Mans?
brother.
Le Mans.
Yeah.
Is it France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
South
for
of
that.
France.
If you're going to take an educated guess, you go for the one in France.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you go?
So I put in. So I searched Rue de Circuit, Le Mans. Right. So I typed that into the sat nav.
Okay.
Bosh, off we go. Set out, driving along, car full of tents and all the other stuff. Ended up in Belgium. Rue de Circuit, Le Mans, Belgium.
Did you miss all the?
No.
No, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, so
you
we had
took
to
us
drive
out of Belgium. So you picked
5
up
hours.
cheap cigarettes and booze in Belgium, did you? And swung back into France, did you? Most people do that,
No,
don't they?
my father just sat there with the face of fury.
Literally,
But-
just turn left instead of right.
yeah. And then had to drive through Paris at rush hour. Yeah, it was crazy. But it was fun. I enjoy stuff like that. I love getting lost. A bit weird like that.
Yeah, see what the problem we had?
And I've got awful sense of direction, but I've got mildly in the right direction. So.
France and
Do you know what? We're driving along, and I'm like,
Did you not think at any point that this might not be right? And what was your brother? So I blame him partly because
I blame him totally because he organised the trip. I was just driving. So, but the other thing is, I'm driving along. I'm driving along, and you know, like you're looking at number plates, and they've all got B's on. I was like, we must be right near Belgian border, because like, why is there B on all the number plates?
It's in Bulgaria.
and we
Brussels.
and then we go down this. But when we get there, we come to this roundabout. I'm like, this don't look much like there's a lot going on here. And then we go down this road, and it's a closed road, and I'm like, well, the sat nav said it's down there, so we're going down there.
Right, isn't it?
So we go all the way down. Some dude comes rushing up to us. Don't speak a lick of English. We're like, Le Mans. He's like, yes, up there.
They're trying to speak French. He's going, what? You don't speak your own language. You don't speak French, mate. What's going on?
Of course they speak French. Anyway, we get to the circuit, and it's a motorcycle training centre. I'm like, there's definitely no Le Mans circuit here, bro. We look it up.
How far away were you?
5 hours and 50 minutes or something.
Well, what a moment. You get there, you think, I'll get out of the car, refresh
Yeah.
myself a little bit.
Hey, listen,
have a little comfort break. I've got another 5
We've got all
hours.
beers and everything. We're like, yes, I'm going to have a beer now. Breaking it out.
I would back out the tent and being like, we're not seeing a
Well, you talk about staying there. This is the next bit. So we go on again now. So we get to the circuit, and it's basically a car park where you tent. So we get this tent out. It's missing poles, all this thing. Anyway, we rig up the tent, and there's thousands of people there, all drinking, and they've got these motorbikes where they get like a fire extinguisher and open it up and use that as an exhaust,
Right.
and they rev it all night, bap, 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 all night. Anyway, wake up in the morning, we haven't had any sleep, eyes are bleeding, just get out the tent. And my brother looks at me and goes, you know what, I'm really sorry, but we're going home. I can't deal with this. Anyway, booked in a nice little hotel down the road. It was beautiful. Got there, went straight to sleep, woke up and found a machine, a pizza vending machine. Come on.
On that bombshell, we'd like to say thank you for watching this. We'd like to thank these two guys for spending the day with us. And remember, look out for those vending machines with pizza slices in them. Highly recommended. And we hope this video has been some help.
Thanks a lot.